She's not much of a looker, but she plays pretty well.
Yeah.
So there's that, and really that's what matters. So what are you looking at here? I don't know. Victory point track, round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Then the game is broken up really into 3 different kind of phases. We have the first auction phase where we're going to be getting these tiles to add into our tableau. Think Carcassonne-esque, but with an auction. Then when you drop out of the auction, you can select one of these guys, which is a rule breaker for you. Cool. And then there is the catastrophe phase, which is another auction, and who wants the best of the worst here. Then the round tracker here. That's pretty much everything you're looking at. Then our tableau. Everybody starts with 10 money cards. So a 5, 2 2s, and a 1. And then technology cards, 5, 2 2, and a 1. And then everybody has a tracker board. How much income, how much technology, how many victory points, and where your flower track is. I think the flower track has another name. Doesn't matter. Then everybody has their own starting tile. Tiles are symmetric, they're identical, and everybody has chiclets. These chiclets are the population. If there's a population on a city, that means you're going to get that income at the beginning of each round. Okay, easy enough. In addition to that, there's a whole bunch of stuff off board. There are all the cards, the money, the technology. There's upgrade boards for that as we go along. There is garbage cubes. There are all the other tiles that will come out, this and that, whatever. All right, so what is it we do in this game? Well, ultimately, we're going to be bidding for tiles to add to our tableau, to get us more income, to get us more points, to work more hours so I can do more coke, so I can make more money so I can do more. You get the idea of the cycle here, all right? So the game takes place over 5 rounds. There's a 6th round, but not really. There's 5 full rounds and then a little tiny baby, sort of, pseudo 6th round. So 5 rounds, and each round has 5 or 6 phases. All right. Honestly, there's this cool little handy-dandy little player aid on BGG. Definitely recommend it. And honestly, that's how I'm going to teach it. So here we go. Setup is as you see. This column is out because of 5 players. No card or no tile there and no tile there. So not all the tiles are going to come into play. You do see them all in a 5-player game. That's why it's recommended at 5. All right. So the game starts with a land auction. So how this works is the starting bid must be that much or higher. So then it's just clockwise around the table. So whoever is the first player and whoever has the first player marker, which tonight is going to be the Greyhound chip, whoever has this, going to auction it off. Either up the bid or pass. Pretty simple, easy stuff. It's on the honor system. You can't bid more than you have.
And you can't start a bid unless
you have the minimum. So whoever wins it then is going to take the tile. They're going to add one of their chiclets onto it, just as a general reminder to add a population, and 1 trash is going to go on it. Then they're going to start the next auction. These do not refill, only in between rounds. Then go around, they put up anyone they want for auction. This will slide down as well. If the same player wins the next one, they're going to, again, put a chiclet on there, but then 2 trash goes on that tile. Then 3, so on and so forth, all right? Then let's say they don't have the money to bid anymore. If they don't have the minimum, they must drop out. When they drop out, they're going to take their marker, drop it down here. Drop it down here. They're going to pay that amount of technology. So in this case, that would be 3 from their hand. And then they can choose any of the available technologies to set aside there as well. At any point when it's your turn to bid or pass, you can either bid, pass, or drop out. If you drop out, you're out, and then you pay whatever that is, and then you may select a tile. Easy enough, rinse and repeat until everyone's made it down here. That's the auction. Any questions on that? No, good. We all then will have already taken one of those. If we wanted it, okay, maybe I chose that one like that. Cool, done. Then we go into phase 4. So round 3 is preventing catastrophes. So whoever is the last one to drop out here then becomes first for preventing catastrophes. That's going to be the second auction in a given round. And this one is going to be used, instead of money, you're going to be using technology. You can bid, obviously, the further to the right, the better it is. So maybe blue bids 5, and then from there, green says, you know what, I'll bid 0 there. Then I come over, say, hey, I'm going to bid 6. Or maybe I say I'm going to bid 7. Red says, you know what, you're not getting away with that cheap. So at this point, the only two that can rebid in turn order that was red. Now we go blue. Has blue been outbid? Yes, they must move to a different column or outbid me. So they could go 8, 9, 10 all the way up. Or maybe they come over here and say, you know what, I'm fine with spending 0. So then it goes, hey, green is outbid, okay. Green comes over and says, hey, I'll bid 8. Then it becomes yellow, whatever. I say, you know what, not so fast. And red says, fine, to hell with it, whatever. At that point, once there's only one in each column, you pay whatever it is that you committed to pay. And then you're going to have some bad stuff happen. Right, the trash is pretty simple. You add a trash to one of your new tiles. It cannot be one of the little bonus tiles that are over here. You can't add trash to that. Or if it's a skull and crossbones, you're going to move down that many on that track down here. All right, that's phase 3. Then phase 4 is upkeep. So pretty simple. Now you're going to take your tiles and add them to your tableau. You do not have to match train to train or track to track. It probably behooves you to do so. We'll explain all of this as we go. I'll talk about it later. Then at this point is when you decide where the citizens, which city is going to be active, if you will, there. And then after that, you can use whatever the special technology is. If it's one of these, it's going to be once per round. If it's highlighted in white, it is 1 time. And if it's one of the track tiles, that does come in, and it's going to give bonuses if the nearest city is populated adjacent to where the bonus is. So you'll notice that the bonus on this one is the 2 exits. So there's a coin and a coin. If I place this next to a city like that is already employed, then I'm going to get an additional coin. However, if it is like that to where that one is activated, the nearest one is not activated, therefore, and it has a coin, that means that bonus is wasted. It will not generate any bonus. Also, if it were over like this, it would not generate a bonus coin. Why? Because this city does not generate coins. Okay. Then after that, gonna go into phase 5 is cool. You're going to then fix your trackers. So whatever it is. So at the beginning of the game, everybody starts with 3 coins and 2 technology. So that's why we're at 3 coins and 2 technology for income. And then you'll add whatever it is that you added with those cubes, or with your new tiles, sorry. And again, you'll be able to use these if they are still available to be used. And then if it's at the end of rounds 2, 4, and 6, we'll have some bonus scoring. This bonus scoring tile in our game says, hey, whatever you've scored up to this point, double it. Pretty simple. This one says, whatever your flower track is there, if you're positive, score that amount of points. If it's a negative, ignore it for right now. And then whatever your victory point track income is, score that. Straightforward. Then at the end of that, we're going to reset all new tiles, move this down, rinse and repeat. For round 6, the only parts that we do out of all of these things are the ones that I have highlighted right there. So those things that have the asterisks on them. So in this case, you get to use any technology or special abilities. You update any production. Notice, we did not get any of those. We did not get any of those. Then you're going to only score points And you get to use your recycling. I didn't talk about recycling. Recycling. Every recycling that is on your board that is staffed, i.e. has a disc on it, gets to remove one garbage cube from it, that tile, or one adjacent tile.
Through track.
Through track. So it's got to be orthogonally adjacent.
So that would not work, that example there. Like you could take it off the current one.
Yeah, but I could not take that because it's not joined in track. Whereas, if it were something along the lines of, and you can rotate these tiles when they come, if it were something along the lines of this recycling cannot remove any because it's not staffed. This one can remove either one of those or that one because they are orthogonally adjacent connected via rail. Then we go into the final scoring here, which is for every city that has no trash on it, score 2, 3, or 4 points based on where your chiclet is here on the Flowers and Skull and Crossbones track. Then for every tile that has one trash on it, score 0 points. For every cube above 1 that a tile has, lose 5 points. So if there are 2 trash on a single tile, lose 5 points. If there are 3 trash on one tile, lose 10 points. Then score wherever you are on this track, positive or negative, and then whatever cash and technology cards that you have in hand at this point, first, second, and third, 8, 5, 3, and in a 5-player game, 1. If tied, add and divide. Whoever has the most points wins. Any questions? No, good. We'll go over these as they come out. All right, let's play.
Cool.
Thank you for watching the video, y'all. Go check out some more of them if you are so inclined. But while you're here, take a moment, subscribe. It really, really, really helps the channel. I appreciate it, y'all. Thank you.